Carol's Current Obsession. We're going to do something a little bit different today. Whoops. We're going to do cooking with Caleb. So some of you remember Caleb. He's helped me out before. He's my grandson. And today we're going to make meat pockets. It's going to be fun. So first of all, you need like hamburger. This is a huge amount, but I'm making some meat up. I'm going to freeze some of it. So we're using this. And then this is 93.7 meat, so that means it's 93% lean and 7% fat. And we got spinach, and we've got Grapola. I like Grapola oil because it's good for you. It really does, huh? That's garlic, and that has a strong smell. So that's what we're using there. And then we've got spicy brown mustard, fresh basil, pepper, herbs de Provence, and sage. Okay, and that's what's going to go in our meat mix. So, oh yeah, an onion. Thank you. And the person whispering in the background is my daughter Jessica. So, hi Jess. Hi. Okay, so first off, we're going to put some of this stuff down so that we can. Okay, you take a drink while I chop up some more basil. How about that? Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to chop up our fresh basil. And these are just a couple leaves. I don't know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 or so leaves of basil. And you just gather them up into a kind of a ball and we chop them. But we want to be careful of our fingers, okay? So we're just going to chop it like that. And turn them around and kind of smash them to get the flavor out of them. And then we're going to stick our basil in our dish. And, okay. And that is for our flavor. And then we've also got the garlic, and we're going to do the onion now. This has a very strong flavor, huh?
The inside, if you touch the inside, that's bad.
Yeah, well, because you don't want to get this on your eyes. So Maga's going to do this part. And then when we start doing the other, like I'm going to let you chop the spinach, okay? Yeah. So first of all, we got to do that with our onion. Then we're going to take and do about half an onion. It is, huh? Let's just put that right there. Okay, now we're going to peel this off right here.
But Maga,
and that goes right there.
Rub your eyes.
Then it'll get onion juice in your eyes, and that'll make your eyes hurt really bad, so we don't want to do that. So then, see, we just like this, cut across, 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 and then, no, it's okay. So then, see?
And there's wetness.
Yeah. Oh, okay, don't touch your eyes. See? And we just chop it like
there's
this.
Wet on here.
Oh, it's going to be fine. You'll live. Don't rub your eyes.
Why?
Because there's no need to rub them. Nothing flew in them. Right? Okay, so there's our onions. And one of the things that we're going to do quickly, okay, we use Grapola. Oh, I'm going to wipe my hands on the sink. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but if you have stainless steel sink, you can wipe your oniony hands on it, and then it actually takes away or neutralizes the onion juice. Okay, so now I'm going to take the onions and stick them in our pan. And, oops, we got a little,
what?
A bit of, we don't want that. That's skin. A bit of skin on there. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to stick our garlic. It's onion and garlic. It's a strong smell, huh? So there goes our garlic in there. So we pour the oil on the pan, put your onions and your garlic. And
if you pick up those leaves off the plant, it helps it.
Well, because this is a plant for basil, and if you pick the little pieces off, then more basil grows up, as long as you keep water in it. So we're going to turn this on pretty high, but we're going to kind of scorch our, pretty high is about a 5 on a gas stove. With a great big huge, burner.
Fire.
That's because that's a gas. That is a gas. So we're going to get our onions going. So That's part of it. We want to let the onions kind
But
of...
what about the dough?
We're going to do the dough in a minute, but we got to cook the meat mixture. Yeah, the dough's the fun part, huh? Well, we're going to do that, but we have to get our onions and our meat ready first.
I don't know what's going to make my hands dirty.
Well, it's okay. You won't have dirty hands if you just... Well, you might. The flour's going to make them dirty. But it won't worry. It won't matter. So, we're just going to let these onions caramelize. Okay, we want those to cook.
Gaga, your hands are dirty, mine. No.
Well, they were dirty, but then remember, I rubbed them on the stainless steel and washed them really fast. Just like that.
Your first touch my finger.
Oh, it's okay. It's not the end of the world yet. Okay, let's get our spinach chopped up in the meantime. You want to do that?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, now it's your turn. Let's get a bowl out to stick the spinach in. Okay. That is, because we're going to need a lot of spinach, because spinach cooks down. It's a Japanese knife, but it's really good. I love that knife.
Mommy has I think a China knife.
Does she have a knife like that? Okay, it's really sharp.
Not the same, but super big. It chops a potato super easy.
Wow, it's pretty cool, huh?
It's even bigger and even stronger.
A good knife. This is spinach.
Knife.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
Is it a Santoku knife?
I don't know if it's a Santoku or not. But sure, it's some kind of Japanese knife that I bought at Daiso for $3, and it's my favorite knife ever. So, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to help you now. One of the things you do when you chop, you have to hold it like in a ball, and you have to, if it's going to cut something, you want it to rub, you don't want it to get your fingers. So your fingers always have to be like this, and you want your knuckles to present first, okay? So when you chop it, you want to do that. So I'm going to help you, okay? So you got to use this hand, and we're going to do chopping. Now be careful. Here, let Mogga help you. Okay, now one of the things you got to do, you got to hold it. Okay, good, but you got to hold it right next to the knife. Bunch it up in a ball. Here.
That's dangerously close.
It is dangerously close, but I'm going to hold my hand like this, and then you chop it. Shoop. Shoop. Shoop.
Getting too close to those hands.
Now move your hand some more, and oh, your thumbs needs to be tucked under. There you go. There you go.
You're chopping my...
Nope. Now we go to the next part.
I'm worried if you're going to chop me.
Well, my hand's over yours, so it'll chop my hand first. Okay, and then another little bit. Okay, and then the last little bit, Mogga's going to do the last bit because it's too hard, okay? Okay, good job, Caleb. You did excellent. That's very good. Okay.
Caleb, can you show us all your fingers? Wow, you have all of them.
Still got all your fingers there. Okay.
That part's too... Oh, there's a leaf down there.
There is. One of the rules in the kitchen is you don't ever get your fingers near a knife, huh? No, it's okay. Don't mess. Just don't. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, don't touch your fingers. Don't you touch your finger to your mouth when you're cooking. Okay. There we go.
Well, how can I make people sick?
Well, because if you're sick and you touch your hand to your mouth and then you touch the other stuff,
I did this.
it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right, so we have our spinach.
The cutting board.
We have, yep. We have our spinach and we have our basil, fresh basil. And we're going to come over here. We got to check these out again. Do a little roll around. The onions are still going along with the garlic. Okay. Now, we are going to put in just a little bit of pepper with that and a little bit of mustard. So by mustard, I'm going to say maybe a tablespoon of ground spicy brown mustard. And I really like it because it adds a lot of flavor. Mustard in your meat dishes is a good idea.
Okay. I really want to get to the dough part.
I know. But we have to show them what we're using to cook the meat part. because the meat is what we put in the dough part. So that's kind of important. This is herbs de Provence. It's just a good blend. It's a really good blend. It's like if you're cooking Chinese, you do Chinese spice. And if you're cooking savory meat, you use herbs de Provence. It's also good on lamb and rabbit. So.
Okay, go.
All right, so our onions are almost done.
Fire.
This is what they look like. Okay. And our, yeah, there's kind of a lot of fire. Okay, next we're gonna add our spinach and our fresh basil, and we're gonna do our dollop of mustard. Yeah, thank you. That's my daughter with the prompts. We're gonna do a pinch of our sage. A pinch is probably like half a teaspoon. And a pinch of our herbs de Provence. And when you do your pinches, be sure to grind the herbs, especially when you have to use dried herbs. Grind it between your fingers to bring out the flavor again. Okay. We're going to stir that around just for a second, and we're going to add our meat. Okay, we want to wilt those things just a little bit. Okay. All right. Here's what they look like wilted. Okay.
Oh, so good.
And now our meat. And yeah, I'm using a lot of meat. I know. Because I'm making this for put in the freezer too. I don't usually. Believe me, we use a very little meat, but when I'm cooking, I like to cook up a lot and stick it in the freezer. So that's what we're doing. Okay, and then we just are gonna get our meat blended in with our onions and our onion mix. And then when that's ready to go, we'll come on back. All right, so we're back, and I'm gonna show you how the meat looks when it's done. Okay.
Yeah, bring it over here.
Here we go.
It's all cooked.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then, okay, and it has an oil content in it that you don't want to get rid of, because the oil will seep into the bread dough. Now, I forgot to tell you, I added some pepper to taste, so you'll want to choose that, and I added like, a dash or two. And then I also added a little bit of beef base, and probably about a tablespoon of beef base, and half a teaspoon of salt, because the bread really soaks up the salt, and I used a heck of a lot of meat. So that was what we did with the meat, because when I tasted it, it didn't have enough flavor in it. Okay, you should know. The way I cook is, I taste it, no, needs something more. So all my recipes, if you find that they need something more, just add it. That's the best way to be a cook anyway. Just add it. Just look at it and say, what does it need? Okay, so now we're gonna do gump bread. And I will have the recipe down below for you. But here's what I have, gump bread. So a long time ago, I used to raise my own chickens and rabbits and stuff, and my kids helped me and my husband and everybody. So as a family, we raised those, but I went to this site called Backyard Chickens, and there's a gal on there called Gump's Girl, and she had one of the best bread recipes that I've ever tasted, and I have to say, it's almost better than my own mother's. Well, my mother's, I love it, but it takes longer to rise. So this one is absolutely phenomenal because it's quicker rising, because it uses more yeast. So this is gump bread, and she gave this recipe out freely, and I'm gonna post it as well. Okay, but it is her recipe, not mine. I mean, I mixed it up just a little bit, but messed with it a little bit, but it's her recipe. Anyway, so we're gonna make our gump bread now. It's 2 cups of warm, almost hot water, 4 teaspoons of yeast, and a tablespoon of sugar. So, and Caleb's going to help us measure these out. And first of all, oh yeah, and there's flour and oil and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, Caleb, we have to prove our yeast. So, good way to prove your yeast, you have to put it in the warm water with the sugar. And then that is what...
Should I use all of it?
No. So here's our teaspoon. Okay, let's get a knife out. Well, we'll just use the edge of this. Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to do it first and then I'm going to let you do it. You bring it up like this and then you scrape it off. Okay, so I want you to do that. So get it all the way full as you can, and then use this to scrape it so that it's covered completely. Good job. Oh, wait. We knocked some out. Sorry. Do it again. Sorry, sweetheart. That was my fault. Okay, now you be the one to scrape it off. Just scrape it right into the jar. Perfect. Okay. Now stick it. Yeah, it wasn't so hard, huh? Okay, and we need 3 more of those. So put 3 more in there. So we just put our yeast in the freezer, so we have to prove it every time. Honey, that's the smell of yeast. Now we need a tablespoon of sugar. Okay. Let's put our sugar in there. Yeah. Okay, now you dig the sugar out.
The yeast smells like fire.
It's kind of different smell, huh? Oh, that's just because I was holding it. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Now, make sure it's all the way full when you dig it out. Okay, and kind of jostle it around. Yep, that looks good. And stick it in. Very good. Okay, good job. Now we don't need any more of that. So what we do is our yeast, the proving, it'll start to puff up. You get like this kind of creamy mixture, and that'll be really great. So we're just gonna leave that like that. Let's just stir that around.
That's bad.
Nah. Okay, so now we're back and our yeast has proven. And it's looking nice and lovely, creamy. So, but Caleb doesn't like that smell, so we're just gonna not be near him. So now we're gonna do our flour. And I'm gonna do this part, and you're gonna do the dump it in the bowl part, okay? Yeah, you get more of the fun part. Okay, dump it in the bowl.
I'm the one baking.
Yeah, you are. Okay, just dump it right in there.
Because you got super hot hands.
My hands are a little hot, huh? Okay, let me. Ooh, your hands are a little bit cold. Ooh. I don't even know how.
How?
Okay. All right, there we go. If we were making Springerly cookies, it'd be perfect because when your house is just a little bit cold, it makes your cookies better. You could, but let's just dump it in there. You're gonna get to touch the flour afterward. It's kind of cool, huh? You know what's really... Okay, just dump it in there. All right. So what's funny is this flour on this says... Don't do it in there. Yeah, just right there. Okay. It says, flour is raw. Please cook fully before enjoying. Isn't that silly? Like somebody would use this raw and think, hey, I think I'll just eat some raw flour. Okay, this is number 3. Put it in there. No, don't put it on your hand. Let's not. No, you're going to get to touch lots of it. So let's just put it in there. Yeah, there we go. There's number 3. Okay, if you want to do that, you can, but...
I want to do that.
Okay, there we go. Alright, that's pretty fun, huh? Okay, let's do...
I get the fun fact.
What was that? We were on 3, right? Well, now we got to do number 4. Okay, stick that in there. Okay, gotta touch it, I guess. Gotta see what it feels like. Okay, and let's do number 5. Okay.
This is fun.
Let's get number 5.
I'm making stuff in there.
So you guys can't see, but Auntie Cat came in off screen. So there, he's waving to Auntie Cat too. Okay. Okay, let's not knock it off out of the bowl though. Okay. And we have just a little bit of flour that got out of there, so we're gonna stick it back in. Okay. Let's go on to the next part. Now, we want to stick our salt. All right, so now dump in your salt because we want to mix our dry ingredients first. Okay. And then just use, it was
I'm doing this, Marco.
2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, do this just a little bit. We'll just gonna mix.
Try mixing it.
Okay, give it a whirl. Don't do it too hard. We just want to get that salt in there just a little bit, and then don't have to do too much to it. Okay, that's pretty good. Now,
How did it get trapped in there?
yeah, it kind of does. Now we're gonna stick it in.
It gets in, but it doesn't come out.
Okay, this is our stand mixer. We're gonna stick. Oh, here, I need to get a spatula out. I forgot about that kind of important part. Okay, let's stick our yeast in here. This is our yeast mixture.
Caleb, what did we learn about yeast? What does yeast do? Does it help it rise? Makes it puffy.
It does. It's kind of cool, huh?
Doesn't smell nice right now, but
It
it does
doesn't
make it
smell
yummy.
very good, but it does help it go. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of mix that around. Let's put our oil in next, and we have
Smell more.
1/4 cup of oil. Okay, we're gonna put that in with this mixture right here. And those of you who know my channel can probably appreciate my melody. It's a My Melody cup, which I love. Okay.
It always has to be pink.
You're right, because I love pink. Okay, now we're gonna add this dough, a little bit at a time. So let's bring this over to our stand mixer. Okay, so we're just putting it on our stand mixer. Oops. Sorry, this is the dough book I'm using. And I love this KitchenAid 600 because it's almost professional, not quite, but almost. You can do a lot with it, so it's so cool. Okay, Caleb, it's your turn to shine now, buddy. And we're gonna put that over here. Okay, wait a sec. Let's roll up our thing and turn it on to 1. Okay, now put the flour in. Now our dough is done, and this is what it should look like. And we want to let it rest, okay? So we're gonna put a cover over it, a little wet towel. Oh, cool. And we're gonna stick it over on top of the oven or the stove so that it has a chance to rise up. And it's got, let's see, about 20 minutes to do that. So, all right. Okay. All right, welcome back. So Caleb decided he needed to go play for a while because it was taking a long time. So here we are. We've let our dough rise for about 25 minutes. And we are going to roll it out because this is important to roll out. And in the background, you're going to hear my family from time to time because they've come over to eat the yummy food. So that's what we're doing here. Okay.
Roll it down.
You want to roll it out now?
No,
Okay, come on over here and you can help.
Well, they go help. That's okay.
You can help too, Andrew Bandrew.
You have to go wash your hands.
Oh yeah, wash your hands really quick.
Or we gotta pull it up.
Okay. So here's our dough. And we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on the surface here. And it's my daughter helping in the background again because
You won't look at her.
there's that.
No.
Let's put this on so you don't get your shirt too dirty here. Now we're gonna start doing our rolling out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide our dough into half. Okay. So we're gonna just take it and pinch it off there, and you're gonna pinch each of these. Okay. So. Oh boy! Okay, you gotta scoot over there, Caleb.
You gotta move over. Further over.
Yeah, here, scoot a little bit. Andrew, get on up over here. right there. Oh, up he goes. Good work. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna make balls. Okay, this is my grandson Andrew, and we're just dividing our balls up into our dough into little balls. And Caleb is busy helping our dough over there. Okay, Andrew, I want you to help this dough right here. Okay. Now we're gonna divide it into these balls. We don't want them to be too big because these make little meat pies. Okay. Let's divide them up.
Am I going to use a spoon for this?
I don't think you'll need a spoon, but you are going to need to mess with that piece of dough, and I'm going to divide this one up now. And I want you to take it and just put a little bit of flour, oops, a little bit of flour right there. And you guys need to push the dough down, and there you go. Good work. Okay. All right, way to go. Get that dough all mashed up. Okay. Now we're just making little balls that we're going to fill up with the meat stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can put it right there. Okay. Yeah.
Keep smacking it, bud.
Okay, now we have our pieces of dough. Now what we need to do is just get them just a little bit of flour on there, and let's roll them out. Yeah, that's good. So you want to roll this dough out.
My turn.
Okay, let me show them how to do it. We're gonna roll it like this, ba-dum, ba-dum, and we're gonna roll it again, just like that. Okay, now you go ahead and roll. Okay, and we're gonna stretch it just a little bit. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, let's get a little bit of hot water too, so we can seal the edges of our dough. We're gonna need that. Okay, now, good work. Now when you've got it like that, then you want to, oh, good job. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, my tummy on my mouth. When my mouth cough.
Oh, good work. Okay, get back up there. Thank you for covering your mouth. That was a good idea. Now, we're going to take this that has been keeping this nice and cold, or hot, I mean. Okay, now some of these we're going to add spinach to. So we're going to take a little bit of spinach and put that in there because it's really, don't cough on stuff, remember. Okay. This is the fun of having your grandkids come and help you. First of all, we're going to take, okay, let's quit pretending to cough now. Okay, so we take a few pieces of spinach and we're going to put it in here, and then we're going to take just a little piece of the meat, a little bit of the meat, and stick it in there as well. Then we're going to take our fingers and just I'll do this part, okay? Put a little bit of water around the edge, and then we're going to close it up just like that. Okay, and it makes a little pocket, a little pie pocket kind of thing. Okay, and we're gonna stick it right there. Okay, now you boys work on that.
We're gonna keep smacking it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna keep smacking it.
Okay, good job.
Super hard.
Yeah, good job. Oops,
Ow.
Okay, oh boy, okay.
Do it hard.
Okay. Good work. Okay, now let's do this. Turn it this way and roll it some more.
I get another piece.
Okay. Let me take your piece that you got here. We're gonna put a few pieces of spinach in there. And the spinach is amazing, you guys. If you just put a little few pieces of spinach.
Hard work.
It is a lot of hard work.
That's big enough.
Okay, and then we're just gonna put a little bit of water around the edges there.
Look how big that is.
Yeah.
Let's do.
Okay, and then we're gonna seal our little pockets up. And they don't have to be precise. As you can tell, it doesn't need, this is what they're gonna look like. And they don't have to be perfect, they just have to be scrunched together. Now this important thing about this bread dough is it does need to be rolled out. Okay.
My face is done, Mom.
Okay,
How does all of this dough work?
and that's how it works. Fun, huh? Okay,
One's done, Maga.
that one's done. Okay, let's put it over
Done
here.
enough?
It does. Let's roll it a little bit this direction too, because we need it just a little bigger on that end. And then I'll just kind of go. Okay. All right. Well, welcome back. I just thought I'd do a recap on how to do it because it was a little hectic with the grandson. So you get your ball of dough, you roll it out. Either way, you got a nice round, sort of round piece. Doesn't matter. Then you wad up, and I like to put fresh spinach in it. You don't have to, definitely, but I like to wad it up in a little ball and hold it down with my thumb. Put some meat on it and pull it over. Now, sometimes your dough just needs a little bit of water to help it kind of stick together. And you just pinch it. And there you go. And it doesn't matter if you have like little bits of meat in it, just makes it good. So here we go. All the way ready to go. Put it in the oven, 350, and 20 to 25 minutes should do it. What they should do is look golden brown on the top. Now, sometimes you can take your butter, and some people like to do it where they take and swipe the butter on it first, and some people like to do it afterward. Some people like to do both before and after, so I personally like half and half. Who knows? We'll do some of them that way, and you can see they'll brown faster if they do have the butter on top. So let's get them in the oven and pull them back out and see what they look like. All right, so here's my plate of tasty babuskas, or meat pasties, whatever you want to call them, and hot pockets. The world of electronics is fueled by these things. Okay, so here it is, and we're gonna cut one open and show you what they look like. Okay, and here we go. And there we are. That is our pasties. And they're really good. They have the spinach inside and the meat, and they're just tasty as can be.
Do you want to finish?
All right, thanks guys. Like and subscribe if you like it. Comment below if you don't, or comment below if you do. Anyway, hope you had fun with our little Cooking with Caleb adventure. He had to go home. It's kind of late at night, and yeah, he's tired. So, so we're done tonight with Caleb, but I finished up with the yummy food anyways. So, all right guys, take care. Bye-bye.